Good Morning Winter Park is brought to you by Cooper Creek Square in the heart of downtown Winter Park.
Good morning, Winter Park. Back here, it's Ryan, of course, back here with another great edition of the morning show, hanging out with producer Michael Turner, pounding our mountain grind beverage of the day. What are you beveraging on?
I went with the double latte triple espresso, so loaded up with
Whatever that
sugar
means, Mike.
and caffeine. Bam.
I did a decaf green tea black.
I think I'm having a heart attack.
Yeah, that sounds like a heart attack. I'm going organic over here after I've had my nice herbal smoothie.
Nice.
So yeah, we got it. It's a great time of the year. This is my favorite time of the year. It is, I call it splash season, because resorts are closing every weekend. The sun is out. It's gorgeous. This is when you got that hoodie on, or for some, a bikini top. Sometimes I think Jerry likes to go out that way. And it is fun, and everyone's got their pond skim going on.
I kilt it. Do you ever kilt it? Like shred it up?
I only kilt it when I go off jumps.
I love kilt.
Have you really?
Ski in the kilt.
You raw dog that thing?
Nah, if you raw dog that thing and you go down.
Okay, so
you got some issues.
That's what I wondered. I was like, geez, you go off a jump and woo!
I'll put some tighties on under the kilt.
Okay,
I'm not that guy.
You have kilted it.
Yeah, totally.
Well, splash season is a big deal because every resort now, it's across the country really, on their closing day, they like to build a pond, then they send you down like an animal, maybe lube you up a little, and you hit the pond, and your goal is to make it across the pond without getting dunked, without yard sailing in the water. So Telluride's already done, and I made it down to Telluride's Spring Splash, and I did clear the pond. So
did you?
Yeah.
Cleaned it?
Absolutely beautiful down there.
Yeah,
awesome. Cleaned the pond, so I am now 1 for 1. That is
Win cash? Money?
Of course not.
Of course not.
They said my style was, I didn't have enough style points. There was pretty good style going in there. But I've now cleared 3 ponds, so that's the goal, is to see how many ponds around the state I can get through. So
many people don't know Spring Splash is believed to have started right here.
Right. Well, that would make sense, because everyone in Telluride kept saying, "Oh, you're from Winter Park? That's the Spring Splash," and I didn't get that because up here it's like everyone else, it's our Spring Splash this year. So
I have some old footage. I might try to go find it and spin it up. But yeah, like it actually started right in front of the balcony house. I have some old footage from like the 50s, and there's like a couple of cats.
Back then it was parking lots in a balcony.
Oh yeah,
house.
that was Park, right where the Zephyr is. This was even before the Zephyr, right?
Yeah.
Like so, there was just woods there, but. Yeah, these cats are like pulled up, and people are just skimming the pond, laughing at everybody, and everybody's out there drinking.
And this is just natural.
And
I mean,
it's just natural. There's
melt.
no built pond or no course or anything. People are just like skiing across this big giant puddle, and
it's
everybody's
a party,
hanging out laughing. And we totally believe it started through that cycle, and somebody
cool.
went, "Hey, let's have an event."
Well, that gives a little explanation to why people kept saying that's the Spring Splash.
Right.
Yeah.
Started right here.
Well, ours is coming up April 24th. So
great weekend.
Yeah.
Closing weekend's always fun. American authors.
What we thought was closing weekend. G loving the special sauce. So
G
normally
Love.
this will be our closing weekend, but this year we got a little gift. Winter Park is done.
That's right.
However, Mary Jane, we're going old school this year.
That's right.
And we're going to be skiing Mary Jane until May 7th, which is as late as I've seen in my 13 years. So
that's about as late as I've seen in all the years that I'm not going to date myself. But yeah, I think May 7th's about it.
So,
I think they tried to stay up until May 15th one year. I don't know if it actually
We're going A-Basin style. Get your grill out, get your cooler out, take your dog out, grab a football, go hang out in the parking lot at Mary Jane, go ski a few slushy bumps, and have a great time.
Have a great time. Yeah. Live music on the weekends, so it should be fun. Yeah. Fun little closing.
Absolutely. And speaking of fun times, I'm pretty jazzed up because we're going to have a pretty rocking show today.
Pretty rocking.
Let's get right to rocking. The most alternative rock star that we're going to have on is local historian Tim Nicholas of the Grant County Historical Association.
To see Tim.
I love Tim, but he is my arch nemesis. Me being the non-historian, him being obviously. I mean, the guy rocks. So he's a wealth of knowledge.
You're evolving, right?
Yes.
Over time, you're starting to actually like the stuff that he brings.
The osmosis of Tim Nicholas. He's that likable that whatever he brings on, I kind of get into. It's a lot of fun.
He's a fun guy. He's got a ton of stuff. Hangs out in the museum, searching for archives to show us periodically.
It's his candy, he's digging through it.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. One of my other favorite places in town is the Snow Mountain Ranch. I mean, it is the most beautiful little location, reasonable, tons of activity, and we got the executive director of one of their kind of side projects out there, Camp Chief Uray.
Yep. And, the Camp Chief Uray is kind of focused on the kids in the summer, and they do tons of camping and all kinds of activities, and they stretch the western U.S. I didn't even realize that. I was talking to Mike briefly, and didn't realize how far reach they actually had. My kid actually participated in one of their river trips, which was pretty cool. And she totally dug it. It was like duckies for like 5 days on the upper Colorado.
Yeah, and these guys aren't just taking you hiking at Snow Mountain
No,
Ranch.
no,
They're taking you all over the state.
Adventures,
and
too.
the country
like,
even. Yeah.
Like some extreme backpacking and rock climbing. And so they kind of, it's actually, they have stuff for young kids, too.
And Mike Ohl is our new executive director, which we all couldn't be more excited about. I mean, he's a fantastic guy. He's been with the YMCA for years in Ohio, and so looking forward to chatting with him. For sure.
Yeah, give us some stuff. So that'll be good. And then I believe Pet Pals is going to pop by.
Yeah,
and bring,
my contacts haven't bothered me once yet today, and I hear they might bring by a cat potentially.
A
so
cat
assuming
or
they
an
do,
anaconda or a tarantula. I'm
Yeah,
not sure. It's going to be a
we're
day
all
of-
three, and we can let them duke it out and see who
Right,
wins.
right.
I got money on the cat.
I got money on the cat.
Cats
too.
are wily with those claws.
Cats
man.
are pretty crazy.
But Pet Pals is just such a fantastic organization. They
Yeah.
do so many great things for the animal shelter and
Yep.
the animals in our town.
Marianne works really hard, and she does a great job. And so if you see a Pet Pals event, that's our animal shelter doing their job, and give it to them. You know, fundraisers.
I think
Always
that
good.
leaves my favorite stop of the show is when my stomach starts growling and my taste buds start going nuts. And I think we're going to get to go talk to Chef Leo up at Da Vinci's.
We're going to pop in. Leo is such a diverse chef.
Yeah.
And he's got such a cool place. Hang out on the deck. Have you been on the deck yet?
The deck, I mean, in the springtime, this is what that deck's about, man.
We were on
You
the
go to a
deck.
happy hour at Da Vinci's, great happy hour.
We were on the deck the other day, and it was like 50 degrees still, and sunset,
The
little
deck's
alpenglow.
it's about 1 year old. It's brand new, and the
awesome.
views are just rich. Sun exposure is as good as you get in town. I mean, it's the place to go for
Great
happy hour.
sunsets. Love it.
So yeah, that's going to be the show in a nutshell. Stick around because when we come back, I think we're going to have Tim Nicholas to fire off the show, and
Grand County
he
Historical.
always brings something entertaining. So I can't wait to see what he's got. So
Should be good.
all right, Turner. Well, we're going to take a quick break, refresh that Joe, whatever you might have, maybe toast up a scone, and come back and join us for the next spot. We'll be back shortly.
Toast a scone. Toast a scone. You actually toast a scone?
You're watching The Morning Show on Channel 18, the locals' choice.